Alain Bejjani, CEO of Majid Futtaim. Welcome to Stanford and to the Industrialist Dilemma.
Thank you.
Tell us about Majid Futtaim's business today in 2020.
We like to define our business as being, to define Majid Futtaim as being in the business of creating great moments for everyone every day. It's our vision. And this is something that continues to be relevant. We do that through providing a modern lifestyle to our customers. And that ranges from providing spaces where people meet and experience each other through shopping malls, hotel, residential developments, as well as grocery retail, leisure entertainment, cinema, ski slopes, indoor snow parks and ski slopes, consumer finance, and other business of the like.
Digital is increasingly impacting all parts of your business, from shopping to movie entertainment. How is Majid Futtaim dealing with these changes and how consumers are shopping and consuming media?
Well, you know, it's a great opportunity because what technology allows us to do today was just unthinkable a few years back, and digital is another dimension, another medium to interact with our customers. So we're getting smarter, we're getting better at that, and we are infusing a digital and technological dimension into the relationship that you have with the customer through what we call today the omni-channel dimension. That is something that in itself allows us to better understand our customer, become more customer-centric than ever, and also be connected to our customers through longer periods of time. So we understand the customer better, and you are able to provide to the customer what they actually want at the time that they want it, in the way they want it. This is something that all organizations have to be able to do by being fit for purpose, by being technologically, I would say, enabled. And I think this is a condition for success going forward.
The company has a very large footprint across the Middle East and North Africa. How do you think about recruiting and people development in that part of the world?
Two things. One is basically grooming your future leadership from within. So this is something that's extremely important. We at Majid Futtaim are very committed to do that through our Leadership Institute, the School of Analytics and Technology, our School of Great Moments, etc., etc. And this is something that we continue to do on the day in, day out. The other thing that's extremely important is through the work that we do to build our international reputation is to be able to attract global talent or talent of global stature, but also to promote regional talent of global stature. This is why the standards that we apply to ourselves, the bar, where we put the bar and what good looks like, and our continuous reinvestment, our commitment to our people is something that allows us to be an organization that's interesting, that stretches people, but also that provides opportunities for people to grow.
You've been the CEO now for over 5 years. What's been the biggest surprise since you took over the business, and how have you seen it change in your time in running the organization?
I've always heard that I would say the consumer moves the faster, markets move slower, and companies move even slower. It's always a surprise to see how slow we are as human beings to accept the change, that we actually lead when we as, I mean, the same people, when we are the customers. So the same person who's the customer leads change. And when this person comes behind the desk, suddenly we become much slower at adopting and adapting to it. It continues to be a great surprise to me.
As a leader, what do you try to do to keep your organization moving quickly in a rapidly changing world?
I would say a number of things. You have to, and that's what I try to do continuously. One is you shouldn't settle for anything nothing is good enough. You have to be able to, at the same time, acknowledge and recognize the progress that you're doing, but continue to push the bar forward. I think a leader has also to have the ability to create a burning platform, even though it may not come across as obvious. Because short of being able to continuously transform, change, adapt, and continue to be fit for purpose, I think it's very difficult to continue to succeed in this world.
The conversations I've had with you and with your leadership team over the last several months, it's been very interesting to hear how you see the business going forward over the next 5 to 10 years. How do you think the company looks in 2030 when we're sitting back here at Stanford and we're doing our third case on the company? What will the organization be like at that time?
I hope in 2030 we'll be doing our 10th case on the company. So I hope the company will continue to be interesting enough and have enough content to stimulate people. But I think and I hope, and I'm working tirelessly as well as the team, against having an organization that will become by 2030 even more globally relevant. And I think that comes as a result of scale. So scaling up our business is something that is extremely important in a world of trillion-dollar companies. You can't anymore be relevant if you don't have scale, because if you don't have scale, you can't compete. So if you want to be in the conversation, you have to have scale.
All right, final question for you. What's the biggest thing that keeps you up at night when you think about the company and its challenges, and what are you doing about it too in order to make sure that you'll be able to future-proof for the future?
You know, it's the same question, I would say. It's how do we make sure that we are able to reinvent ourselves every day? How do you go every day and continue to be able to reinvent ourselves? How do we get people aligned and basically being able to confront that challenge and to turn it into an opportunity? The biggest opportunity we have is that of reinventing ourselves. It's also the biggest challenge. And I think organizations that are able to crack that problem are organizations that will always be future-proof.
Well, I'm Bejjani, CEO of Majid Futtaim. Welcome back to Stanford, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.